Hi and welcome to Reseller News. Today is May 4th, 2018. My name is Rich Pasini, and I just want to say before I start this news broadcast with everybody, I just want to say thank you very much for the new subscribers who subscribe to my channel. I hope you get some good valid information from the Reseller News. For those who been following me know that when I do the Reseller News, I don't read all the pages verbatim, so I read some captions out there, but the whole purpose of the Reseller News, folks, is to give you, the potential eBay buyer, a little heads up, and the seller. This is for Reseller News, is for resellers as well. So I want to share this information with you guys. I hope you get something out of it. If you do like the information I put out, the content I put out in these videos, please subscribe and give them a thumbs up. Without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to bump out of this screen here. I'm going to jump right over here. And I got quite a few icons up there, so I'm going to try to discuss them very briefly, and then we're going to move on, and then we'll hopefully can wrap this up and close it out at a reasonable amount of time here. I know sometimes my Reseller News goes into a lot longer, or most of my videos have been going in a lot longer than expected, so I apologize about that. But I do want to get the information out to you guys, so that's why I do the Reseller News. Also, I also will tell you where I got the information from, so you don't think I'm making this stuff up. It's not me. I'm just relaying it to you guys. So it's just to let you guys know that, you know, I don't pull this information out of the air. I do get information from different sources, and with that in mind, I like to share the articles of interest. I do have too many things to share with you guys, so I picked out the things that may be of interest to you, and hopefully they'll be helpful. So without further ado, let's get started. The first one is from notechie.com. It's the 3 top auction apps to use to save money. It goes on over here. Online auctioning can be traced back to the late 1990s. When eBay was only a major player in the industry, this venture has tremendously grown over the years, with not only emerging several online auctioning outlets, but also other advanced auction platforms. And of course, they show you over here Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and then I guess you could use your email as well to get the message out. It says nowadays you don't have to visit the auction website to land various goods. You are looking at for the most affordable rates. Instead, you can go live on your smartphones via auction application, thereby enjoying a high level of shopping convenience at various marketplaces regardless of your location. And it goes on to talk about the different areas to make purchases. Here they have one over here for Deal Dash. This is an auction application that you could use. It comes for both platforms, the Android and iOS Apple phones as well. Then of course we have eBay, and the other one we also have here is Top Hatter, which is another one. I don't know if you guys ever used Top Hatter, if you've ever been on it. It's a pretty addicting site. I've seen a lot of things I wanted to buy there, and in my other videos, the last thing I bought from Top Hatter was a smartwatch, which I found out later on I could have got it a lot cheaper at on eBay when they went with the under $10 sales. I could have saved myself $7, but needless to say, excuse me, it's out there. So if you guys want to check into it, go for it. Let's move right along here. That one here again is notechie.com if you want to read it. Sorry about that, folks. Allergies acting up here. Here's the Board of Telegraph. It says over here, petition launched at Peopleshire to prevent eBay and Gumtree to sell stolen bikes. Apparently, this has been going on. I've read other stories where there have been other issues where people were selling stolen goods on eBay and some other platforms, and I guess this here is just highlighting another one that's coming up. This is new to me. I didn't know about the selling stolen bikes. This is another one, but if you want to check this out, folks, just to let you know, you can go to theboardoftelegraph.com and you could read all about it. That's basically, you know, what they got going on here. It says a local businessman is petitioning online auction and sales sites in bid to block stolen bikes being flogged over the internet. Okay, and then it goes on to say Matthew Rice, who's the partner of the bike and theft prevention firm Volley, wants eBay and Gumtree to make frame identification numbers on a requirement of sale. Okay, and it says there, and the demands for tightening up are already winning support in Westminster. Bikes are the most stolen items in Borders and the most other parts of the UK. It is thought many of them sold on through various sites, online sites. Well, I mean, like I said again, I already read something similar to this. I didn't know, this is another one, new one to me, Border Telegraph. I don't remember dealing with them in the past, but that's where this was picked up. And again, if you want to go check out the rest of this article, just go to bordertelegraph.com and you can read all about this as well. Okay, we're going to close out these windows here because I don't want to keep, sometimes I keep reverting back to the same ones and I don't want to do that again. So let's go over here. This one here, this is from the YNetNews.com. It says over here, I only report stuff, folks, that deal with eBay and Amazon and Etsy. So, you know, I just want to let you know that's what this is all about here. It says over here, anti-Semitic items sold on Amazon and eBay. Israelis tell Ynet about the items on sale on the retail giants. Rabbi costume depicting a money counting various person here, starting Star of David containing the word Jude, and so on and so forth. I'm just reporting this here. Like I said again, this was items that are being sold on there. I wasn't aware of it, but it says apparently it's sold on Amazon and eBay. So this is news to me. This one I just picked up on it. And matter of fact, the Ynet News is another new one I just came across. And again, I thought I'd share with you guys if you want to read the rest of it. I'm not going to go on too much to read it because there is quite a bit. And not only that, I will be getting tongue-tied and we'll be here all day doing this here. So you guys can check it out if you have the time. All right. Again, that's YNetNews.com. Okay, guys, and you can check that as well. All right. So let's move right along. I'm going to bump out of this one here. And we're going to go over here, this one here. Let's see now. Breaking news. Okay, this is the one here. I was just looking because there's so much different stuff here. This one here is from breakingnews.ie. It says over here, this ninja like cat ruined its owner's eBay advertisement, I guess. I don't know. This was look like from the UK. It says over here, when Sophie Robinson posted a photo of a dress she was selling on eBay, she thought that she had got everything right, including a little white lie. Her advert told potential buyers the dress was worn for 2 hours from a smoke and pet-free home. Then 5 days after posting, she noticed her cat mousy paws. I didn't read the whole story, folks, here. I guess the cat must have... Okay. I didn't get... You know, folks, I'm sorry I'm over here laughing because I didn't get a chance to read this whole thing. I mean, I get... Like I said again, I've been going through so many different... news flashes here. I didn't even take a chance to read this, but now I was wondering what they were talking about. The cat put the paw on the dress. Well, what are you gonna do? You just reshoot it and leave it at that. The cat did it. The cat did it. What don't cats get into these days, right? They're all over the place. Anyway, let's move right along. If you want to listen to this one, folks, or read it, I should say, it's the breakingnews.ie, and you can check it out like that. Or if you can't, just do if you want to read the story, just do Ninja Cat ruined owner's eBay advert, and that'll probably bring it up as well, in case you can't get to that. Let's close this one out here. eBay promises to clamp down on... Okay, first off, this is from the Aberdeen Journal's... this is from the PrestonJournal.com. .co.uk. If you want to read this, the Preston Journal. It says over here, eBay promises to clamp down on unfair surcharges for deliveries in the North. Okay, as you can see here, this is the United Kingdom. It says over here, going forward, online retail giant has pledged to take action to clamp down on absurd and excessive surcharge on goods delivered to the north of Scotland. Okay, for us in the U.S. over here, that doesn't really deal too much with us, but it says over here, executives from the e-commerce firm, which is a platform to 5 million transactions in the Highlands and the islands alone each year, made a promise to Murray and MSP Richard Lockhead during the talks in the Holyrood yesterday. You can go on and read the rest of this here, folks. I'm not going to go on to that there. I just wanted to share this with you. And again, if you want to read this here, it's in a pressandjournal.co.uk. Moving right along, folks. This is from Tamebay. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Tamebay. They have kind of like an alliance, a semi-alliance with eBay. They kind of like work hand in hand every now and then. If you listen to eBay radio, they will get a speaker. That guy, I'm not sure if it's Chris. I can't think of the guy's name. He does the writing for them there. If I see it, if I remember the name, I'll let you know. This is from Dan Wilson, but I can't think of the other gentleman's name. But he comes on every now and then, and he'll go on eBay Talk Radio. But it says over here, according to this here, it doesn't look like eBay. It does look like eBay has had a bit of a glitchy week. I don't know if you guys, how your sales have been, but mine have been terrible. They've been flat. I'm thinking if they should change the name to, instead of eBay, Sleep Bay, because I don't know. It seems like they turned the switch off over there. I am not getting any sales, just about a whole week, and nothing's been going on here. So I don't know what's going on, but let's look a little over here. This is by Dan Wilson. This was done yesterday. If you can see here, May 3rd. I'm sorry I got a little day out late. It says, needless to say, here at Tamebay, we get a lot of emails and read lots of Facebook groups and other on forums to get a handle on what eBay traders are experiencing day to day. And it looks like this week, a lot of eBay sellers have been experiencing technical issues, glitches with the marketplace. With that, with the finger in mind, with the finger in the wind, the number of problems being reported do seem more numerous than usual, and are having a detrimental impact on trading activities of eBay merchants. But that's just a feeling. It says over here, and then it goes on to talk about other things here. It gets more into it. If you want to read more on this here, you could check it out. You could just go to tamebay.com and just look for this article. Again, if you can't find it, just do a Google search on it with Tamebay, and you'll be able to read this here. This is a pretty interesting article. I didn't get a chance to read the whole thing. Like I said, again, I just get these news alerts and I pop them up there for you guys so I could share them with share the information with you. So definitely check this out. I think there is something going on, a glitch, because like I said, my sales have been so flat. I mean, I don't think I made any sales this week, not that I can recall. And if I did, then nothing to write home about. But let me know how you guys are doing. Drop a comment if you get a chance. Say, hey, Rich, my sales, don't feel bad. I haven't got anything for the past week, 2 weeks. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, again, it's like eBay turned off the switch, I mean, it's crazy. But, hey, it is what it is, Let's move right along. And this is another one from Tamebay. They have a couple from Tamebay here. Identify the eBay listings with missing or incorrect GTNs with OptiSeller. OptiSeller, from what I understand, is another program that will help you, basically what it is here. Let's just read a little of here. It says there's a handy new tool for OptiSeller, from OptiSeller, which is will highlight your eBay listings, which will have missing or incorrect GTINs. I'm just going to do it that way. Should you wish to add them where applicable, the reason should want to add GTINs so they will appear in the eBay's new product-based shopping experience pages. In turn, be promoted off eBay on search engines. This is a good thing to do too if you have the time to check into it and add that information there. I think it can help in some cases. It says over here, eBay are starting to do interesting things with search engines, and your listings will start to appear in innovative places, such as alongside with highly relevant YouTube videos, which is good because I have the YouTube videos as well. But Google won't accept any product feeds with missing or incorrect GTINs. Now, this is where you might want to check into it for those who have a YouTube channel, such as myself. I know I am going to check into this here. And, you could check out OptiSeller. I think I signed up for it, but I'm waiting to get the email notification from them. It says OptiSeller has an eBay store performance dashboard which scans your marketplace listings to provide a weekly performance report and identify which areas most need improvement. This is done by measuring the quality and consistency of your listing data against established best practice, key performance indicators, and the seller policies, and how they includes GTINs verification with GSI space UK. Now again, You could check into this here, folks. I know I'm going to. If it'll help improve in the search rankings as far as like even with YouTube, that's really good for me as well. Again, if you want to check this out, you go to tamebay.com, and what you're looking for is identify eBay listings with missing or incorrect GTINs with OptiSeller. I'll let you know how OptiSeller works for me. I was still waiting to get an email confirmation from them. Once I do, I will keep you guys posted and let you know what I think of it as well. Let's keep moving on. Here's another one from TameBay. TameBay Position Paper, virtual assistants. You know, I got a virtual assistant too. You know, we all do. You know, now when I always think of virtual assistants, I also think of, I don't know if you guys have ever heard, I took a couple of YouTube sellers. I can't think this one person has it. They hire virtual assistants to do work for them. So in other words, well, let's say you're a person that has, you list hundreds and hundreds of eBay listings. You could hire a virtual assistant. And as far as what you pay, I don't know if you pay them so many, you know, so you pay them $10 an hour, $15. It depends what you want to set up. But you could set up something like that with virtual assistants. And if you have a lot, this is if you get really bogged down, you don't know, there's not enough hours in a day to list all your items, you might want to hire a virtual assistant. But this one here is talking a little different in regards to virtual assistant, I guess, to keep your you know, your schedule and stuff like that. If you got to make appointments. Here's over here, it says the 5 best known virtual assistants. You got Amazon Alexa, you got Google Home, you got Microsoft Cortana, you got Samsung Bixby, and you got, of course, Apple Siri. Now here's the one I use. I use this one here, Cortana. And matter of fact, I don't know if it's going to work good, but I'm going to try it out right now. And I'm going to say, I'm going to call over here. Let me just type it over here. Cortana, what's the weather for New York?
In New York, it's mostly cloudy and 74, with partly sunny skies and a high of 81 in the forecast.
Okay, now I'm going to try another one. What is my name, Cortana?
Richard J.
There you go. I love it. I like it, you know, and it's really nice because when you hit this little button over here, for those who have Windows 10, it'll keep schedules like, let's see if it works now. I need a schedule. Okay, all right, I gotta play around with it still. I haven't been using it too much. Let me just back out of here. If you do set up with Cortana, it will eventually learn from you, you know. The more you keep talking to it, it'll start picking up, you know, your likes, like restaurants and stuff like that. Or like I said, if you do have schedules, I can't remember offhand what you, like I started playing around with it a while back, but it is pretty good. It does keep schedules, and if you do ask it certain questions, you will get good response from it. But that was just a little example about Microsoft Cortana. I like it. I use it on occasion. I think it's pretty good, and once you get it set up, it's pretty good. I really do like it. But this is the virtual assistants they're talking about. So I just wanted to share that little tidbit of information with you. Let's bump out of here, folks. And we have another one. Well, that's the same one. That's why I like to close them out as we go along. Here's one of you. Now, the rest of these are going to be from ecommercebytes.com. This is owned by Ina Steiner. I love this website. I get a lot of good information from them. And I think if you guys sign up with them, you get the email alerts. You'll be getting the same information I get. You might want to check into this here. This one here came out again yesterday. I believe a lot of these came out yesterday, the ones I'm going to show you. It says, what's going on eBay stores? Seller woke up May 1st to a problem with the eBay stores, and numerous problems continue to plague some. Today we received a message from a seller. Have you been made aware of the huge problem with the eBay stores today? Some attempts to look at a store result and page does not exist message. Finally getting into them, it seems all customization has disappeared, etc. You know, it's funny you say that because, well, reading this here, I should say, I had banners on all my listings and banner pictures, graphic, and they all disappeared. So I would have to literally go into it and, you know, remodify each of those listings. Thank God I don't have thousands of them. I have like 300 and something, I think 325 or 326. But, you know, I'd rather do that than 3,000 or 1,000 of them. It will take hours on end to do it. Probably, for me, it'll probably take maybe a day and a half, because it is a lot of work, folks, to go back in and forth, go in it, go out, and so on and so forth. Plus, I do things in between. So I'm figuring when the time comes, it will probably take me a day and a half, maybe tops 2 days, depending how busy I am, what happens in between. But I definitely got to modify that there. But it says over here, going on, it says over here, there have been multiple threads on U.S. eBay discussion board about stores that have disappeared, and changes that impact search and store design. You can read the rest of this here, folks. I'm not going to go into the whole thing. Again, this is fresh news. This came out yesterday. I know it's fresh yesterday. It's old news today. But what do you say? Better late than never. Check into this here. Go to e-commerce bites if you're experiencing any problem with your eBay store. I, on the other hand, do not own an eBay store. I don't want one. I don't want an eBay store. Not for for my own financial reasons, but I don't really need them. But for those who do have it, definitely check into it. Just go to ecommercebites.com and look for the latest news. This is another one from eBay. I'm sorry, my system's slow. It says over here, again, this is from May 3rd, eBay hides seller promo banners again. Imagine a retail store holding a BOGO sale, buy one, get one at X off, right, to excite shoppers, but placing the signs at the back of the store where many shoppers may miss seeing them. That's how sellers feel about eBay's placement of banners displaying promotions they've created and are designed to give shoppers incentives to make purchase or buy more than one item. I did one recently, folks, and I said, is cross-selling hurting our sales? Now, I don't know if you looked at that recent video I made. Some of you may agree to disagree and say, you know what, I don't buy that. I don't really think that the cross-selling is really affecting the business that much. Maybe me individually, but I do believe if you get a chance, look at that video. It's long. You don't have to watch the whole thing if you don't like it. It's about an hour and 20 minutes long. I understand that, folks. I do apologize, but I like to get the information out to you guys. I don't want to be so cryptic where I tell it. I mean, you might say I'm being cryptic here with the reseller news, but I don't want to be so cryptic when I'm doing stuff of that nature. I want to get it out there so you people understand what's going on, with what's going on in the eBay, e-commerce world as well. So that's why my videos tend to run long sometimes. I just don't want to be so cryptic and say something and then not finish it, or just leave you bewildered or baffled, like, what did he talk about? What was that video about? So sometimes they do, yes, the videos do go on longer than expected, and I apologize for that. But check this out, folks. Again, it's eBay hides seller promo banners. Again, check it out. I have, like I said, I noticed some little crazy things going on with my listings. I have to modify them, work on them, and see what's going on. I don't know what's going on at eBay. Like I said in my other videos, maybe they're doing software, hardware integration. Maybe they're getting these conflicts that come, these hardware, software conflicts that are causing these glitches in the system. However, I don't know. I can't answer. I don't work there. I did a video once before about the top-rated seller icon. As a top-rated seller, the top-rated seller icon was not showing up on my listings. I called eBay up about that there to get that corrected, and eventually they did correct that. And then I also did another video where no views were showing up. So I always say, in my last video, I said no views, no sales. So I don't know what's going on, folks. There's definitely a glitch going on with the system. Look into it. If you got any problems or things with it that doesn't seem right, by all means, give them a call, and don't feel like, oh my gosh, I'm bothering eBay all the time. Hey, if I have to call them 3, 4, 5 times a day because I am experiencing problems, I'm going to call them. I don't care. If they get annoyed, I'm sorry. I'm paying you for the service, and I expect to get service, and that's how it is. And that's the way you guys should feel the same way. But anyway, enough with that. Let's move on. Okay, I think this is the same one, right? Yep. Okay, so that's what happens, folks. That's why it's not going to, hopefully it won't be as bad as I thought. I'm looking at, I don't have that many more to go. It says over here, payment delays now a possibility on Amazon. This is an Amazon stuff. This came out May 2nd, and it's again same site, ecommercebites.com. One of the advantages to selling on Amazon is that buyers must pay immediately. Well, wish I had that with eBay, and the sellers get their funds right away, subject to their disbursement schedule. That's changing to some extent thanks to Amazon, to the Amazon Business Pay by Invoice, though it is important to note it won't affect purchases from regular non-business buyers. And then it goes on to talk a little about it. I do have an Amazon Business account. I don't really use it. When I do go on Amazon, I don't really buy from them, folks. I don't even sell I did sell maybe 2 or 3 items, and I didn't think it was anything to boast about. I didn't think, the items I had. Then again, I'm not a big power seller on Amazon, but I never really got into selling on there like I would, like I normally would, or try it out. But if you guys who do sell on Amazon, and if this doesn't bother you, hey, that's good. But check into it though for yourself, folks. Again, you could read the story, Auction Bites, ecommercebites.com. Let's move right along here. Here, reader reports ghost purchase on eBay. This came out yesterday, May 3rd. Dear Ina, recently I received a disturbing notice from eBay. It seems as if I had placed in my watch list and had been processed through as a bought item. Since I had not placed a bid, or I'll buy it now, I contacted the seller, who nicely agreed to cancel. It says over here, now this was not a spendy item. I would have paid, but for the very first, but it says the very first I heard of this purchase was a notice from eBay claiming I was going to have an unpaid item strike on my account for an item I never purchased. And it says over here, what if I had been watching something of a high value? I also noticed that although I never used the cart, I seem to have 2 items in mind. If the icon is incorrect, if the icon is correct, and no way using my phone to see what gives. Okay, now you could read over here. I always like to read the comments. I mean, I could read these. I could read a lot of these here. However, I'm not going to get into it again because, again, we will be here for quite some time. You guys could check it out. This is the first I've heard this here. That's why I like e-commerce bites. They always are updated on stuff like this here. I guess writers, I don't have a site where people will write into me, as far as that. So e-commerce bites, they keep on top of all this here. You might want to check this out. All right, so let's move right along. Here's another one. We're coming to a close anyway. Here's another one that says over here, eBay entices sellers to use translation service for international listings. Now, for all those who do sell international, you might be interested in this feature that they're going to be having here. Me, however, I don't do any international selling. I don't have the time for it. I don't want to deal with all the the international shipping and documentation, so on and so forth. But that's me personally. Again, you could read it. It says over here, update 5, from May 4th, which is today. Sellers are reporting problems with this promotion. See cons below. Proceed carefully when dealing with the eBay promotion. eBay sent an invitation to sellers touting a 0 fees on 3,000 international listings as part of the deal with the third party from Web Interpret. Reach more buyers around the world. eBay advised sellers and all in an invitation. I didn't get involved with this here. Again, folks, I am not interested in selling international. If you guys out there do sell international, you might want to look into this as well. All right. So that's from e-commerce bites. And let's see over here. This is for Amazon sellers. Amazon hails a small business selling on its marketplace. Amazon said over 1 million small and medium-sized U.S. businesses are selling on Amazon. The company's PR department is firing on all cylinders these days to show it's friendly to small businesses and helpful in job creation. It says over here, Amazon released a new report today estimating that small and medium-sized businesses selling on Amazon have created more than 900,000 jobs worldwide, with more than 20,000 small and medium-sized businesses worldwide surpassing 1 million in sales on Amazon last year. Again, folks, check it out. This is nice. It's good that they're creating jobs, and I wish I can get my business big enough where I could create jobs. I would love to do that. I don't see that happening anytime soon, but it would be a nice thing to contribute to the marketplace as well. Okay, moving right along. Amazon to open up a second fulfillment center in Australia. It says over here, Amazon will open up a new fulfillment center in Australia in its second half of 2018, presumably in time for the holidays. Amazon opened up its first Australian fulfillment center in Melbourne in December 2017. And then it goes on to say a second warehouse brings Amazon closer to launching Prime, which is promised Australian customers by the end of the year. Again, if you want to read this here, I just thought I'd share that with you. You people probably saying, "Oh, that's Australia. I'm in the U.S. I don't really care," But I just again thought I'd share that with you. And last but not least, it says over here, e-commerce Bytes new user guide section. You could check it out. It says over here, now accepting submissions for a new e-commerce Bytes guides page. Share your expertise by putting your guide on e-commerce Bytes. You're not only building resources that tens of thousands of sellers use, but you could also gain exposure to your listings on all your selling vendors. You might want to check into this, folks, if you have any guides. I'm thinking of writing a guide myself on selling, but if you want to check into this here, by all means, I would definitely check it out, But anyway, this is the wrap up for the news, and I'm just going to bump out of here. And I'm going to go back into my window here where I could see all you nice people. I just want to say really quick, in all of this information I put out, folks, like I said again, I don't know how many people will actually follow up on it. I hope you guys will use it to your advantage. The reason why, like I said, I do the reseller news, folks, is for the potential, to help the potential eBay buyers out. It is for the online sellers as well. It's to keep you guys abreast of what's going on in e-commerce, what's going on in eBay, Amazon, and Etsy. Of course, I don't have any Etsy news, but when I do, it's all kind of like tied in. Those are the ones basically I would deal with, and sometimes I get information about PayPal as well. But, with the reseller news, I just want you guys to know it's a broad spectrum on all issues that deal basically with online selling, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be focused on those, even though I'm not trying to contradict myself, but if I get other information that deals with e-commerce, it all ties into one thing, it's all one big group. The other thing I want to talk about is I've been listening to eBay Radio, and they had these people that come on, they talk about, what's the best way to list and stuff like that, and they had this one person coming on here. It was on the eBay, it was on the one for May 1st, eBay Radio. I have links below, you can check it out, just click it on. Go to the archives. Check it out. If you guys don't follow, the eBay Radio, I listen to it pretty much religiously because I like to hear what other people say. They have, top-rated sellers that come on. They talk about how to boost your sales up. Kathy Terrell's another one, a good person. I had her. I invited her on my my Facebook business page, eBay Top Rated Sellers Group, and she was very nice enough to join it. And you can get a lot of information from Kathy Terrell as well. I don't know if I have a link for her down there. If I don't, I could probably put it in with this reseller news. But eBay Radio, you can get some good information from them, folks. I don't want people to think that, for those who do, follow me on this channel, I don't want you to think I'm always bashing eBay. I think sometimes people must get that impression from me, and I'm sorry if I get that off. I don't want to get that off. And I know my last video is eBay the cross-selling, hurting your sales. I know it sounds kind of like a contradiction, but I know what eBay's trying to do. I mean, in the sense that they are trying to help out sellers sell, and that's a good thing. The only thing that I get upset about is, now, again, like I said, when I go on my listing, just to rehash what I was talking about in that last video with the is cross-selling hurting your business, is that I won't see other people's listings there because I'm logged into my account. But if you go and type in a particular item, and you look up, you pick one out of random, but the same thing that you're selling, you will click that item on. It'll bring you to that seller's, listing. But at the same time, when you're looking at that seller's listing, they do have, I call it cross promotion selling at the bottom. And if they're doing it to that one, I can't do it because I'm logged onto my system. I would have to have like a aunt or an uncle or a relative say, hey, can you go to my eBay listing and click on this particular item I'm selling and let me know what you see. And you're probably most likely, I would guarantee it, that you're going to see listings or other people's listings on there. And to be honest with you, that will, in my personal opinion, will draw your sale, that sale, away from you. They're going to go to somebody else's, And what it does is it's a time constraint on the buyer, because now the buyer doesn't have to go looking through hundreds or thousands of listings when they got their top ones there right there on that description there, the cross-selling feature. So it saves a lot of time and entices a buyer to want to buy right away. And if they literally went to your listing, now it's gone. They disappeared. They probably think, hey, I don't need to go buy off of this guy. I can go over here. The reason I'm saying it, folks, and I'm not saying this to be funny, I have done the same exact thing. This is why I know the cross-selling does work. And it does work because it worked with me. I typed in an item. I forget what I was looking for again. It might have been, I usually buy toner cartridges and ink cartridges. The toner cartridge for my laser printer and the ink cartridges for my color printer. And I don't know which one I bought it for. It's probably for the laser printer. And I'm looking, right? I type in and I see one. I said, oh, I'm definitely going to buy from this guy, right? So I go to that guy's listing, right? And I'm thinking, oh, this guy's got a good deal, because I'm looking at the whole list. You type it in, you get a whole bunch of who's selling what. And I looked at that person's listing and I said, and then right below it was all the other ones. Check out the other guys, however they had that listed. And I'm looking, I'm saying, wait a minute. This guy's got the same thing like that. He's selling for this price with free shipping. I'm buying from this guy. He's going to charge you shipping. I forgot all about that other guy. I just went, I just focused right in on the person with a cheaper, same item, cheaper, with free shipping. And that guy that I thought I was definitely going to buy from, I just took it. I forgot about it. I didn't even bother dealing with the guy. So I know it works, and I'm telling you my personal opinion. And if I'm wrong, please, people, comment me, message me, whatever. Say, Rich, I think you're wrong. I think you're taking this out of context. You don't. I think you're thinking out of the box. I don't know, because as far as I'm concerned, it worked for me, and if it's working for me, I'm sure it's going to work with other people. And I'm sure a lot of people may not come onto this channel or may not want to comment, but I bet you're more than welcome to. I would love to have you guys comment on this channel and say, hey, you know what? I've done the same thing. So I do believe cross-selling does draw or hurt your sales. Because I'll tell you the truth, folks, this is Friday. I don't think I had any sales from what I gather. I don't remember having any sales. Okay? And that's a bad thing. Because, you go, if you had a regular 9-to-5 job, Monday to Friday, and you're working, you get paid, right? There's 4 paychecks every month, right? And you need all those 4 paychecks to pay those bills at the end of the month, right? 1 week goes by and you're not getting paid. You're going to start thinking to yourself, hey, what's going on here? Like I said again, it's like eBay had a light switch and they just turned it off. I'm not getting any responses. Although I should say, let me retract. I did get one yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? I can't remember the days because they're flying by. Someone did respond to a best offer, and the best offer was a joke. I mean, it was a joke, really, literally a joke. It's so embarrassing. I don't even want to tell you what it was. Anyway, I counted the offer, and I still haven't heard anything from that person yet. Now, usually when you don't get it, I know they have so many days or so many hours, whatever it is. I think it's days for the buyer to, decline the offer. But in the meantime, I'm hoping, that they'll make that purchase, because something, as I always hear from other resellers that I follow on YouTube, something is better than nothing. I'd rather have something coming in than this, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't hear anything yet. I don't know if the person's going to decline the offer, accept the offer. We're not talking a lot of money. I don't sell items over $100. Okay, if I did, I don't remember, but all the listings I have now, there's nothing there for $100. Okay, I revamped the listings. I had the discounts on the listings. I can't offer free shipping because I did that once before, and I took a bath on a lot of stuff because with buy it now with the best, or I should say best offers. If you're gonna do free shipping, this is my advice for you guys. You can take it for what it's worth. It's totally up to you. If you're going to do free shipping, do not use best offers in your listing. Okay, that's up to you. I experienced it with a couple, and like that old saying goes, I took a beating on it. Okay, and I can't do it anymore. So if you're going to do free shipping, this is my personal take on it. You could take it for what it's worth. It's again totally up to you. Don't include best offers with free shipping, because unless you have it all figured out and you have a set price what you want, that's the most important thing. I shouldn't say 100% you shouldn't use it, but the thing is, if you have a target price, for example, you're selling, I don't know, a digital camera, and you're looking to get $15 for it, but you listed it for between 20 and 25. If you pad that in, your shipping cost with that in, okay, let's say with the free shipping, your price is going to be, let's say $25. Okay, you have best offer, but you're also offering free shipping. If your target price is 20, I've been getting ridiculous offers though. But if your target price is 20, that's what you're looking for, with the free shippings included. Okay, and you say, person says, I'll give you, how about, can you do it for 19? And you count, you say, no, I want 20. Then in that case, it may work out. Okay, maybe people may say, well, maybe Rich, you didn't, do it right. Maybe you weren't playing with the numbers right. The reason why I did free shipping with the best offers is because I was trying to draw sales in. Okay, I don't get the items exactly cheap because I go to thrift stores, and when you go to thrift stores, unless they have the 25% off or 50%, you're not really getting that item cheap. Okay, you're not like one store I shared in my other video. This person was talking about it, bought a coat. I think it was a brand name. I don't remember which one. I don't know. I don't forget the make of it. They got it for $1.25, $1.25, and they ended up selling it for $202. I would love to do stuff like that, but and I know at the thrift stores, they don't. I haven't seen anything like that. I do check the clothes there. I don't see anything for $1. Unless you're buying something like a little widget or something that that doesn't have much meaning to it. I don't see clothes at thrift stores for $1. Now, if they have them, maybe I'm looking in the wrong time. Maybe I'm going at the wrong days. I don't know. I haven't seen them though. Everything I look at, there's no. You're not going to get. And this was a brand name jacket, if I quite remember. And you're not going to get that for $1. Because I'll tell you right now, the thrift stores I go to out here in New York. If you're looking for, I'll give you an example. I went to a thrift store, local bar, in my local area here. The item, I think it was, I don't know if it was a Ralph Lauren or whatever it was. I think it was an overcoat at the time. This is with the half price off. The jacket I think was going for either $39.99 or $49.99. So let's just say let's go with the $49.99. Half off. Okay, so you're getting it for $25. But what's your markup going to be? When we go there, when a person goes into the stores and you got your cell phone, you're looking and you're seeing what people could sell these items for. It doesn't necessarily because they're getting those prices for them. Did you check the sold listings? And now, if I bought that jacket for $25, so, well, that's not bad, for an overcoat. It was a Ralph Lauren overcoat. If you could flip it for, $70 or $80 or $100, that's not too bad. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't get the items that cheap. You know, the point I'm getting across is you're not going to find that coat, that Ralph Lauren, in a thrift store for $1.25. Okay, this person who got that for $1.25 was count their lucky stars, because you know deals like that don't probably come far and few. But you know, if I had a thing like that where I could, you know, get clothes that cheap and brand names, I would get rid of the stuff I have now. You know, let it liquidate, get rid of it, and I would go to that, you know, point to that direction. But I'm just saying, folks, you know, my personal take is that if you're selling cheap items like I sell cheap items, pretty cheap, I think, considering. I don't want to offer. If I'm going to do free shipping, I'm not going to be doing best offers. That's my personal take. And I know it sounds like, well, you just said if you pad that all in and you have a target, because sometimes I might even go a little below my target price. You know what I'm saying? Just to get the sale. And in some cases, by doing that, it's probably not a good business model to use that type of strategy. But I figure even if I work on a small low profit margin just to unload the inventory, to me it's worth it in some cases. I have a lot of stuff, folks, that's been sitting there for quite some time, and you know, I'm not saying I'll take anything I get, but I will. If I have to take a small profit margin, I will. But I can't offer free shipping on certain things. I can't. I had all that. One time there's somebody gonna sell the saying, "Oh, I use promoted listings, or I use free shipping." I can't do that because I'd be really taking a beating on all this stuff. But you guys, if you have a plan or you have a strategy how you sell your items and you want to share with us, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. Me, I don't mind sharing my knowledge, what I get, how I sell. I don't mind sharing it. There was one thing I was going to listen to the radio, listen to it today. The only thing is, like I said, today on eBay. Well, I listened to it. It was for yesterday. Actually, it was May 1st. And they had this buyer, a seller come on, and they had the topic. Today's topic was 6 tips for crafting better listings. Now, the person, mind you, didn't get a chance to talk about all 6 listings. At least from what I heard, I didn't hear 6 listings. And it's basically the same thing. What I'm telling you, what that buyer is saying, is basically the same thing. It says, okay, of course, be the buyer, and you know, and you're doing your keywords, use it at the beginning, and you know, don't be so words, you know, don't be so wordsy. Like, in other words, you know, well, actually, description is the one, but this one here is for keywords. This is the keywords. I'm sorry, I'm skipping down, looking at the list here. This is for keywords. You know, they're telling you to use good keywords so it'll show up in search and so on and so forth. And don't use all caps. Okay, like this person said, it sounds like you're screaming at the people. I only got the 4 tips from what I got here. I didn't hear the other 2 because I think she got sidetracked, the person. Then the other one is use good photos, which we know. Okay, you know, that's another thing. So when you're doing that, there, eBay has a thing in there too. Well, we all know that good photos will help sell. Of course, there's no doubt about it. But there is a feature within the eBay listing where you can crop it, you could highlight, you could make it darker, lighter, contrast, so on and so forth. I did a video once before about that there. So yeah, using good photos. The other one is item specifics. Okay, people will tell you, you know, when this buyer or this seller was stating that when sometimes they look at other people's selling, selling or the sellers, they don't have all the item specifics in. In some cases, you might not be able to put all item specifics. There are certain things I can't put in item specifics for the simple reason is I don't know too much about that item, and I can't second guess and say, oh, this is what it is. I can't do that. The other one was the item description. Okay, so we know with the item description that you know, you want to be descriptive. Of course, you want to talk about it. Although on eBay Radio, sometimes you get talk hosts saying descriptions are too long, people ain't going to read them, and so on and so forth, and that may drive sales. Look, I don't know about anybody else, but me, when it comes to a description, I think the more definitive you are, the more you do talk about it. I'm not saying write the Declaration of Independence. Be cryptic, but at the same time, if you're going to do this, if you're going to do a description, let the buyer know what he or she is getting. And I also did a video a while back about the buyers not reading the descriptions, and that really drove me crazy because I had a couple of people buy stuff, they ordered it, and then they want to send it back, and I'm sitting there, well, what's the problem? Oh, it doesn't function, or it didn't have this, or whatever, and so on. And I would mess back. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but did you read the listing? It was all in the description. Oh no, I forgot all about it. I didn't bother reading the description. I had 2 or 3 returns come back like that because the buyers weren't reading the description. And I'm not contradicting myself. All I'm trying to say is, when it comes to things of that nature, I also had an incident where a buyer said, well, you should have put that in the description. They ordered something from me. I forget what it was. I don't know if it was an electronic item. And I wasn't upset with the buyer. I just said, excuse me, did you read the description fully through? And the person said, to be honest with you, I didn't read the whole thing. Well, that's not my fault. If you don't read the whole description, you can't blame me for that there. And I shouldn't get a strike on my eBay seller credibility. In other words, well, saying, well, this guy gets returns. If the buyer is not reading the whole description, why would I get a ding on my account? You know what I'm saying? That's not fair to me. I mean, I did have it out with eBay with that, and I said, listen, if these buyers ain't reading the description, I can't have it where they're going to come, it's going to reflect on my seller account, as a seller. And, in some cases they agreed with me, and they did, go along with what I was saying, which is the truth. If they're not reading descriptions, I can't do anything about it. That's not my fault, right? And the other one, again, was the, that was the answer specifics, and the other one was the description, which we just talked about. The other two, I don't recall hearing anything about it, because for the simple reason is the eBay talk host, I think, sidetracked them. They were talking, I guess they were going to get into the other two, but as far as if they said it, they must have said it under their breath because I didn't hear them. And I would like to hear what the other two had to say, what the other two tips were. But, folks, let's put it this way, just to sum it up in a nutshell. There's only so many ways to sell. I shouldn't say so many ways to sell an item, but there are a set of rules to sell, okay, with eBay. And you're going to hear the same things from other sellers. You'll hear from me. You'll hear from other people, top rated, non-top rated. People come out with good advice and stuff like that. But basically, it all boils down to one thing. It's the same advice, okay? You take good pictures. You write a good description. Use keywords. Make sure the item specifics are in. If you know what that there. Sometimes I buy things, I can't put all the item description, the features in there because I don't know what they are. I don't know when it was created. If it's an unbranded item, I'm not going to just throw something out there. I know eBay has that there in their item specifics. If you don't know what it is, you just put unbranded. Sometimes they ask for dates. I don't know the dates when certain things are created. I do my research, but in some cases I don't. Sometimes you're not going to get that valid information. And I don't always like to follow. People may say, well, you could also follow other eBay sellers. Suppose that other eBay seller doesn't know the correct information, so you're going to copy their information, put it on your listing, and if something goes wrong, it's going to happen. You might have a problem because you followed somebody else's lead. It doesn't pay to do that. If you're going to do something like that, do your due diligence, do your research the best you can. If you're listing hundreds of items, chances are you're not going to probably sit there verbatim and look at each and every one, although you should, but it's too time consuming. And if you're a one-man band like me, I'm a one-man band here, folks. It's too time consuming. I'll be honest with you, there are not enough hours in a day for this type of business. If you figure now the video I'm doing now, this reseller news, there's not enough time for it. By the time I get it up and loaded, it's going to take probably over an hour or two because then I got to start adding information to it and stuff like that. So it takes time. But anyway, I don't want it to go into any more time. I just want to say again in closing, thank you to all my new subscribers. As you know, my subscriber base has been going up and down, up and down. The same thing with Twitter. The only one that seems to be growing steadily and strong is the eBay Top Rated Sellers group. But then again, we'll see. That group right now is up at, I think, 710 members that have grown. It's grown to. And I'm very proud of that there. I have links to all the groups, the Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, I believe, and my eBay Top Rated Sellers. If you guys would love to join, I'd love to have you join the groups. And if you're new to online selling, or you don't have to be, even though it says eBay top rate sellers, it doesn't matter if you're an Etsy seller, a Macari seller, or Amazon, whatever, join it. We have all different walks of life in there on that group selling, and you can get, it doesn't matter. You can go in there and you can get all the information. If there are people out there that may be able to help you, I included. If I know something, I will share it with you guys. I don't mind sharing information. So please, be happy. You're more than welcome, and I'd be more than happy to have you guys join the groups. But like I said again, thank you for, again, all the new subscribers. I do appreciate you subscribing. It's that's how you're supporting my channel. It gives me more of an incentive to want to keep doing these videos. Not that I'm saying if my subscription rate drops, I'm surprised. I'm not surprised, but kind of surprised. I think the last time I looked was 217. Who knows? Maybe later on it might be down to 214. The other day I think it was down to 214. Whatever. But the bottom line is, regardless, I know it sounds like I contradict myself, but regardless, whether my subscription rate goes up or goes down, it doesn't matter, because I'm still going to do videos, and I'm still going to keep doing these videos for the simple reason is I want to be of help to you as a potential buyer or seller. And if I can, like I said again, if I can get even a small percentage of people, even if it's even 1 or 2 or 3 people that get something out of these videos, where they say, you know what, your video helped me out, I got pretty good information from it, from the reseller news or other topics I talk about, that's a plus for me, folks. See, I'm doing these videos, people might say, why do you waste your time? You got a low subscription rate. How do you know people even watch this? It doesn't matter, because I'm going to do it regardless. This is one of my passions. I love doing. I love making videos. Okay, and I don't want to just throw blurbs out there out of the thin blue air, and just say, okay, this is what I'm talking about. I want things to be where when you tune in, you're going to get something out of it. Okay, you're going to learn from it. You're going to gain some kind of knowledge from it. I don't want to be this type of people that just come on there and sitting there talking about stuff that is irrelevant to you. It makes no sense whatsoever. I don't know how people feel about the reseller news, or when I do the sneak peek videos, the demo videos, intro videos. I don't know how people feel. If they feel it's worthless, it's a waste of my time, but I do it, folks, again, for you. I like helping people out. Okay, and if this is my way of helping, and it makes me feel good inside, whether people commented on it or not and say, hey, thanks a lot for your help, I really got something out of it. Whether they respond to it within a comment or they don't, it doesn't matter to me. As long as, if you got something out of it and if it helped you in any way, I'm happy for you guys. I really am. And like I said again, I'm not going to be discouraged. There were times I say to myself, I was just thinking a couple of days ago, I was thinking the same thing. I was looking when I started seeing my subscription rate going down on YouTube. I asked myself, am I really wasting my time? Are people really watching my videos? Do they really like these videos? I mean, is it really worth it for me to go out there and take my time and devote hours on end to making videos or whatever? Is it really worth it? Then I said to myself, you know what? For the people who did unsubscribe, that's fine. Okay, I understand. You might not like the content. Maybe you might not like me. I don't know. If that's the case, I'm sorry. There's nothing I could do about that. But the bottom line is, folks, again, I want to help people out. And the other thing I also want to say is, on this channel, I call it a clean content channel, meaning you're not going to hear me discuss religion, politics, and there's no profanity on it. It is for all intents and purposes, it is a clean content channel. And it's, as long as I'm alive and breathing air and think with a clear mind and have clarity, this will always be a clear content channel. I am not going to sit there and do zany antics. I do like to kid around. I like to kibitz once in a while, joke around with certain things. As a matter of fact, I have a video of mine I want to joke around with, like kind of like a little segue to something. But you know, I want to do it in a fun way, but in a way where it's not going to make me look like a bozo, you know, so to speak. But I do love videos. I do love making videos. This is a passion of mine. When I bought my video equipment, you know, my digital camera, video camera, and my digital, single shot camera, you know, so to speak. I bought like certain types of software to make it. I enjoy it. That's a passion of mine. I love making videos. This was like always a dream for me come true, to have my, you know, have a video where I could share my things with other people. That's the thing. You know, that's what I like about YouTube. That's the joy of it. You could share your personal experiences with people. You know, if you went to the park and you say, hey, I went to the park, I seen squirrels running up a tree, or I seen a falcon or a hawk flying around or whatever, or you know, you're taking pictures of people flying kites, whatever. It's just, that's what I love it. That's what I love about YouTube. That's what I love about the internet. It opens the door. It's a world of information out there, and with people that you know produce these videos. A lot of these creators do put good stuff out there, no doubt about it. And I never make a derogatory remarks about people that make videos and stuff like that. And they may do things that it's not to my liking. So you know, again, it's the same thing here. You guys may, you know, see this video or my videos and say, yeah, you know, I'll watch them, but I'm not going to subscribe to them. That's fine, you know. But I do want you guys to know that I'm a genuine person. I'm a straight up guy. I tell it just like it is. I don't sugarcoat anything. Okay, and like I said, you know, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna sell you a story, sell you a dream, and to make it. And at the same time, I'm an upfront and honest person. And I tell it like it is. And that's why if you look at my videos, when I express myself, if I'm, you know, talking about a specific topic or an item, whatever it may be, I tell it like it is. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. I'm not here to sell you a pipe dream, or, you know, like I know my last video is cross-selling. I got also into, I shared my experiences about, you know, other organizations or businesses out there, which I don't mention names because I don't want it to, you know, make any derogative statements. But when I hear stories of people telling you all these amounts of money that they're making, it makes me think to myself is, you know, I don't buy into it. Okay, and that's what I try to tell people. You know, if you're going to proceed with this business, proceed with caution, folks. But anyway, I do have work to do. Like I said, I got to work on this video. My name is Rich Pasini. This is the Reseller News for May 4th, 2018. Guys, girls, all over the place, enjoy your weekend. Right now, the weather's nice out there. I'm not going to say I'm going to be out there enjoying it, but it is nice. It's compared to what we had yesterday. It was kind of on the warm side, but it was really a break to have some nice warm weather for a change rather than having constant cold weather, you know. So I just want to say that there to you guys. Enjoy your weekends. I probably will be doing a video later on, if I can, in regards to certain types of software that you could probably use as for video editing software. I just came across it, and again, I want to share that information with you guys. So if you want to be updated and subscribe to get updates on stuff I put out. Like I said, if you are a subscriber, a new subscriber, and if you think I'm putting too many videos out, you don't have to watch them. You don't have to unsubscribe. You don't have to watch them either. But you might want to be a subscriber for the simple reason is there might be something out there that might catch your attention. You might want to view it. And by not subscribing, you're missing out on it. So, again, I've done that in the past myself. In fact, I still do. I have subscribed to some people that I find interesting. I can't necessarily watch all their videos, but I do stay as a subscriber because they may come out with content that I'm interested in learning about. So that's why I don't understand, like with my subscription, it goes up and down. I guess people either feel A, I'm putting out content that's not of interest to them, or B, I'm putting out too much, but that's up to them. But me personally, I would stay a subscriber. And it's not because of me, but even if you subscribe to other people, you may not like that particular video they have for that day or whatever, but you might like something else that come out later on in the future. So, and the other way you're going to find about my situation, about the videos I put out, is to stay a subscriber and, you know, subscribe for updates. That's how you're going to find out. But anyway, take care, have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Again, this is probably going to be in regards to certain type of software I use and stuff I just came about recently, and I'd like to share that with you, that information with you. Okay, guys, thanks again. Have a great day. Rich Pasini signing off for Reseller News. Bye-bye.